first rule of pinball is keep the ball on the play field, but
Gary Stern isn't famous for his pinball skills, but he is for his games. He's the founder and president of Stern Pinball in Melrose Park, Illinois, the only manufacturer of old school and new school pinball machines.
now that looked like I knew what I was doing.
And he does know what he's doing. Illinois was once the pinball maker capital. Now, Stern is the last remaining major manufacturer of the game. And not just in Illinois, anywhere. But with the help of a new strategy for its retro games that includes more advertising, tapping global markets, and making more specialty versions, 2011 sales were up more than 30%. And despite some serious competition and the product's high price tag at $3,000 to $8,000 each, Mr. Stern is excited to see the broadening of pinball's customers.
Every young person has a game machine in their pocket right now. We have many more things to compete with, but we still are there. We do have a lot of games in homes, but what's most important is we have games, in the street, in the bowling alleys, in the French cafes, in the English pubs. And the trend, which I'm seeing all over the country, is these barcades, which are 20-something, 30-somethings.
In case you thought you heard wrong, that's barcade. Half bar, half arcade. Frequented by those 20 and 30-somethings like Danny Marks, the 31-year-old owner of Emporium, Chicago's first barcade. At the Wicker Park Bar, which opened in June, Mr. Marks says this new audience who gather to play the games of their youth with a drink in hand are lining up for Emporium's 3 Stern Pinball games.
It has an appeal. It has a nostalgic appeal to people who are looking for a nostalgic sort of thing, and it has a fun appeal to pretty much anybody for the same reason it always has, and I think a lot of it has to do with sort of, I don't want to say hearkening back to a simpler time, but there is some element of that where I think people are kind of, this is a game, this thing is bigger than me.
This is an AC/DC playfield. All of our games are great, but this one is a great game.
While nostalgia and good old-fashioned fun may be the reason most players flock to pinball, Stern has big plans for the future of its retro games, including social media, scan codes, even games outfitted with Wi-Fi.
We're going to talk in the cloud. We're going to let people compete. So there's so much more we can do yet.
For Crain's Chicago Business, I'm Mara Benight.